Let's talk about the hard days. You know, the ones where it feels like all the progress you just made suddenly disappeared. The symptoms are louder than ever, and the frustration is higher than ever as well. And your brain starts whispering this: we're going backwards. It's not working. Now, if you had one of those days or one of those weeks or months, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not losing progress. You're learning. And in this video, I'm going to explain why hard days are actually a normal part of FND recovery, how to handle them without spiraling, and what to say to yourself or to your teen when it feels like everything is falling apart. Now, if this is a kind of real brain-based perspective video that actually helps you stay grounded, please do me a favor. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I share new videos every single week to help families rebuild function, resilience, and hope through FND recovery. And it helps us to spread the FND awareness across YouTube. So thank you in advance. Hi, my name is Dr. Lee, a pediatric health psychologist and the founder of Teen FND Academy, which is an online coaching program to help teens with FND and their parents to get their lives back. I do this work because I 100% believe recovery from FND is possible. And I've seen one too many times to really think anything but that. Okay, so let's talk about what's actually happening. FND, or functional neurological disorder, is a real brain-based diagnosis caused by this two-way miscommunication between the brain and the body. Even though structurally your child's brain and body are okay, that's why nothing shows up on the scan. The brain sends a mixed messages to the body, and then the body sends these confusing signals back to the brain. They are both trying to protect, but they are overreacting or working a little too hard. Now, recovery from FND is a process of retraining that communication to recognize safety again. And retraining, just like learning any new skill, does not happen in a straight line, if you can imagine that. So, why hard days do not mean you are actually going backward? It sounds so awkward, right? But hear me out. When your brain and body are learning a new pattern, they will test the old one sometimes. It's like your nervous system is saying, like, hey, wait a minute, are we sure this new way is actually safe? It's almost like they're putting up a fight with you. So when symptoms flare, it's not a proof of failure. It sounds so weird. It is actually a proof of learning. The brain is actually checking, do I still need this protection response? And every time you practice your recovery skills in those moments, then you are teaching it. I'm safe now. This is literally happening when you're applying these recovery skills. So sometimes I say the recovery is like a roller coaster. You're gonna feel this ups and down, twisty turns, and sometimes going backwards, but in the end, it keeps going in the right direction towards the goal, right? That is so different from a yo-yo. Yo-yo is also going up and down, but what happens is it stays in the same place. So if you're in it, going up and down feels like the same thing. However, the roller coaster keeps moving forward. And that's what I'm talking about. So if you're having hard days, as long as you're using these recovery skills that you're learning from either my channel or other videos, then this is a sign that your brain is learning. That is a huge difference I want to clarify, okay? That is literally how rewiring happens. The hardest days are often the ones that solidify this new pattern, even though it sounds kind of awkward. So parents, let's talk about what your teen actually needs from you. So when your teen has a setback, your instinct might be to panic or just rush in to fix it, right? I get that, but that is not what they want. What their brain actually needs from you is steadiness, calmness. So what does it look like? Your calm nervous system tells their nervous system, hey, nothing is wrong. This is just practice. So instead of saying, oh no, it's happening again, because all you need is a look, right? You can try this. It's okay. This is just your brain rehearsing the old pattern. So let's remind it you're safe. That single sentence actually changes the entire tone of recovery from panic to practice. And teens, this is exactly how to handle setbacks. When symptoms flare, your job is not to fight them, even though you want to. It is actually to practice through the episode and flare-ups. So remind yourself, this does not mean I am failing. It means my brain is still learning. And every time you use your skills, even if they don't work instantly, so you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. You're sending these new powerful messages between your brain and your body. So as long as you keep practicing it, it's gonna happen. So here's the deal. The win is not about no symptoms. The win is about I handled it differently this time. That is the win. That is the progress. And it's exactly how rewiring happens, even though you may not see it and feel it and smell it right there and then. The Family Guy shares a handful of practical strategies to help you get out of this survival mode. And it shows why our structured approach gets such a strong result. Grab it from the description below. It is free. So what to do on these hard days? Here's the deal. When symptoms flare or motivation crashes, because sometimes it happens, try this simple 3-step reset approach that I teach my teens in my program. Step 1, breathe and name what's happening. Just having that awareness. This is my brain's protection mode, so it's not dangerous. And step 2, regulate before reacting. So take a few calm breaths, stretch outside, whatever that works to reset your nervous system before making decisions and then before overreact. And step 3, return to function gently with baby steps. Even a small action, something like standing up, walking to another room, or getting dressed, everything teaches your brain that life goes on safely, even though you may not feel that way right in the moment. Now, those 3 steps, awareness, regulation, and gentle function, keep you moving forward like a roller coaster, even on hard days, instead of staying on the yo-yo. Let me tell you a real example from my program, Teen FND Academy. I worked with a teen who was making amazing progress. So proud of her. Walking again, going to school part-time, that hasn't happened in a long time. And then one week, the symptoms came back with vengeance, like really, really hard. So she thought she lost everything. Her parents were devastated. However, instead of restarting from a 0, we basically decided it was a practice round. So she went back to her skills, didn't need to do anything new, used calm breathing, stayed steady, and kept moving. And within days, the flare settled faster than ever before. And that is what the real progress really looks like. Shorter setbacks, faster recovery, stronger resilience at the end. So here's a big takeaway. FND recovery is never ever a straight line. It's not linear. It is a spiral, like a roller coaster I mentioned. You come back around to old challenges, but from a higher level each time. So hard days are not proof or enemy that you're going back. They are actually a proof that your brain is still learning, still adjusting, and still healing. So don't measure success by how few hard days you have, because it doesn't make sense. Measure it by instead how quickly you bounce back and how steady you stay in the middle of them. If you want to see how my full program of Teen FND Academy works and how it's helping families resolve FND for real, then watch the video linked in the description box below. Remember, you're not broken. Your brain and body are learning, and you can do this together. So you don't have to do this again all on your own. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.